Hi everyone, Kathleen Broddus Lane here. I'm here to talk to you about powerful women with power tools. I hope you enjoy the session. Hello everyone. I was wondering how to start this video being virtual and not being in front of you. And so I decided that I would bring my tools out, well, some of my tools, I have a lot of tools, and then maybe take you to something I just saw that needs to be repaired, which requires some safety gear. So we'll be right back. I'm back. This might be overkill, but I love my equipment. So I've got my goggles that are shades because it's sunny out, my hard hat, my vest, and my gloves. This is the deck we did last year. You'll see some of those videos and photos in the pictures and videos that I'm sharing at the end of this video. So I noticed that some of these boards seemed a little loose and it seemed like we didn't finish the job. So I saved my favorite tool up on the deck to show you how I'm going to fix that in a couple of spots. This is my favorite tool. This is a nail gun. This is a very dangerous item if not used properly. There's a lock here. You can unlock it, lock it. Nails are already loaded, I can see them here. But when I came up here earlier, I noticed that some of these boards didn't have nails and they were a little bit loose. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that right quick. Right there. Yes. There's another one. My very favorite tool. Very favorite. The first time I used one, I was on a ladder hanging partially off of a roof, and it was scary, but I did it and it became my favorite tool. So I told my husband that we need one. If only they made tools in purple. I'm not sure what the holdup is on that, but hopefully someone will make them in purple one of these days. I'll be on the lookout. I'm back again. I'm not sure if any of you have noticed my shirt. But I'll put a close-up picture later, but it's something that I saw and I added the words "she is empowered," and my daughter-in-law made it. It's amazing and I love it. And I also had some special shoes that I got for the conference to wear, and I'll send you a close-up of those too. It might be kind of hard to do that right now, but they say empowered all over them, and they were designed, they're Converse. I have a Converse addiction and a purple addiction. I probably need a 12-step program, but it won't help. But they were designed by girls, and I will put pictures out on what they show as well. So let's talk a little bit about power tools, and how I got involved in power tools. So, like many people, had a rough upbringing, rough relationships. I'm just going to keep it real here. If I were in front of you, I'd be keeping it real as well. So just think of me as right there. Rough relationships, abusive relationships, took away all of my self-esteem, and it took years, and I mean years, to bring that and get that back, but I still wasn't empowered. I thought I was, but I was still hesitant and still, wondering what other people thought, and was what I was doing okay? And now I'm at the point where I don't really care if you don't like what I'm doing. If I'm not doing anything illegal and this is something that I can do, then I'll do it. For example, my husband showed me a shirt the other day and said, "You would wear this." And the shirt said, "Actually, I can." And I think I said that in a video earlier. I can and I will. You can challenge me on it all you want. And if I can't do it, I'll own up to that and I'll ask for help. But I got started with Habitat for Humanity in the job that I currently have, which is at Xylem. And I am the travel and expense manager, global manager for global travel and expense. I've been there for 10 years and I volunteer all the time. So volunteering is big for me. I always want to give back and help. And I think that's because no one was there to help me. So I want to be able to help and give back to anyone that I can. Children, women, men, whoever needs it. So I do a lot of volunteer work. So at work, we have what we call Watermark. and it's our social conscience. You know, we get out there and our tagline is let's solve water. So let's keep the earth clean. Let's do some plogging, which is running or walking while picking up trash, and, you know, separate that. Get the plastic to the plastic, the paper to the paper, keep the neighborhoods clean, keep the planet clean. But we do a lot of things for volunteer work, give blood, anything that you can think of. So I did a lot of that, and I won a trip to Texas, to Houston, to work on Habitat for Humanity. And while I was very excited, like, yes, we get to build a house, I didn't really know what that meant. It was just like, yes, we get to build a house. So we fly to Texas. I get there, I've got the flu. No one knows I have the flu. I have a cough, I have a fever, I'm taking medication, I'm sitting in the back of the bus on the way over. I sound like I have the plague, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna stay back here. I'm sicker than a dog, but I'm like, I did not fly from New York to Texas not to build a house. So we get out there, and there's the bare minimum there, and we're building this house. So I had never used power tools before, and they scared me because honestly, I've only seen men use them. I've never seen a woman use a power tool, but then I'm like, why can't I use a power tool? It looks fun. So we started with, you know, the hammers, you know, and the little stuff, and then as the days progressed, you know, they were like, hey, who wants to try this? Every time, I do. I was the first one in line. So, you know, I used a saw, a circular saw. I used my Sawzall, which there's a video of. It's a fun video. And finally, I used the nail gun, a pneumatic nail gun. And oh my God, it was so much fun and so empowering. I can't even tell you. I mean, I was kind of hanging, you know, when I had it, and I was just, you know, shooting it, and it's strong and it gives you a little kickback, and it was great. And then they were like, we're putting the roof on. So I'm scared of heights. Like, I hate flying, but I love to travel. So there's the dilemma. So I said, you know what? I didn't come all the way out here not to get on the roof. Let's get on the roof. So, funny story. They walk me up to I take the ladder up to the roof. I get up there and they're like, you know, step on the boards, not in between. Well, duh, in between there's a hole and you're going straight through. So we stepped on the, you know, they kind of guided you there. And then we started putting the plywood down and nailing it in, like, manually. So got up there, was having a great time. We got the plywood in, we were, you know, putting it at the top and then scooting down and then moving this way, and it was great fun. And then it was time to get off the roof. This was just a little bit of a problem, because when I stood up and went to the ladder, now I could walk anywhere because we've put the roof on, and looked down, I was like, yeah, can I just stay here? I don't know that I can get off the roof. So that was kind of funny, but I did get off the roof. Obviously I'm here, and it's great. And I would get back on a roof at any time and get some nails and some hammers and make it happen. So that was my first endeavor with Habitat for Humanity. We built a house, and this house is for someone that was part of the hurricanes, and they lost their house. And so it's just, the feeling that you get when you do that is just so amazing. And so from then on, like, twice a year at Watermark, we do like a month of service. And so it's in March and then also in June or October. So I've done it 3 times, which is why I said June. So March, June, and October, I would usually schedule a local Habitat for Humanity and have some of the team come out, and we'd go work on houses that they're building. We've learned all kinds of things. We've done sanding, painting, plumbing, putting in bathroom, the toilets, putting in lighting. We've done all sorts of things, and we've learned so much. And I remember one time I took someone last year, she wanted to go and she signed up, and, you know, we were using hammers and we were using saws, and she didn't want to do it. She's like, I think I should just go. I don't think I can do this. And so I was like, well, what's scaring you? and she just didn't feel comfortable. And I said, well, let me show you how I use it, and then maybe you can try it, and I'll stay with you. And I'll make sure that you're doing it properly and you don't get injured. And so she did, and she stayed. And she did it, and she did a fabulous job. She was fantastic at it, and she signed up for more. So you just have to take that first step. And much in life, it's about taking that first step. So it's not always easy. And you sometimes have to learn how to empower yourself. And then that way you can empower others. So I continued my journey with Habitat for Humanity and these power tools. And my husband, every time I came back from a Habitat for Humanity, I'm like, I need a new tool. I need a new tool. But I want a girl tool. You know, I want it to be mine, because his are dirty and mine will be clean. So I have a few purple tools, but not very many. They don't really make them in purple. I'll even take pink. But most of our stuff is red or yellow or green. But maybe I should create the purple tools. I need someone to back me on that. So then last year, I won a trip to Costa Rica through work to build a house also. And I've never been to Costa Rica. This was a very different experience. First of all, if you're ever going to Costa Rica, the bugs are huge and they love you. No amount of bug spray is enough. I used all the bug spray I brought with me and had to buy more, and almost used all of that, and I was only there for 7 days. So, or 5 days, 5 or 7. The bugs are real. I don't like bugs, but I'd go back in a heartbeat. So we built this house, and you'll see some pictures of that in the video as well, from the ground up. You'll see a picture of me holding a brick. Those bricks were made out of plastic, recycled plastic. So saving the environment again. So we worked with Planet Water, and Costa Rica makes me happy. And this was like one of the best experiences also of my life. We built this house, put the bricks in, built the walls. You'll see pictures of me, drilling in some screws for the walls, built the walls up, painted the walls, put some shelving in. We put the windows in. You'll see that picture of me going like this. That's the window that we put in. My good friend Lisa and I put that in, cleaned it up, and we put a window in a house. Like, it's crazy. So of course, when I got back, I wanted to do all these things to my house, but I haven't done them yet. But that was one of the best experiences as well, because you hear the backstories from people on why they need these houses, and it's incredible. And so we've given back to someone and their family, and they now have a place to live. And it was the best amount of fun ever. Like, it was manual labor in 90-degree weather with the sun beaming on you. We had like the arm things on with SPF, blazing hot, didn't care. There was even a tarantula on site. I cared about that, but they kept it away from me, so it was okay. It was amazing. We worked with the children down the street that go to school and come over for lunch. We went over and made lunch for them one day. And it's just so amazing to give back. And so I wouldn't have been able to do that 10 years ago. So by empowering myself, it allows me to empower other people, including women, men, young children, girls. I try to push everyone to do it themselves. And if you're struggling, ask for help. It's not a problem if you ask for help. People are there to help you. So you should reach out to them and look for that help. And sorry, there's a fly. It's a great thing. So when you empower yourself, it will be so freeing. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, I have some flags on the front of the table that I've set up, and you may not be able to see them, but I'm going to stop the video and then show you those inside the video as well. But I'm asking you guys to say, yes, I can, or actually, I can, and get that attitude with it. I just have attitude, but get that attitude with it. And I want to know what power tool you would like to use, how you're going to use it, and how you feel it's going to empower you. Like, every time I use a different power tool, it's just so different and invigorating and empowering. And I feel like I can do anything because we can. we can do anything, and we need to do anything. So I look forward to your questions. I look forward to talking with you. If you want to reach out to me directly, feel free. I am here. I wish that we could be together. We were going to have some activities planned, and I was still going to send you away with something. So please take a look at all of the flags and tell me, what is it that you can do? How will you empower yourself, others around you, coworkers, your nieces, your nephews, your daughters, your sons, anyone? How will you empower yourself and them? And let me know. I can't wait to hear about it. I'm so happy that I was able to do this, and I look forward to hearing from you. And everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and as I say a lot, hashtag humanity. Thank you. So guys, there's my shoe. I'm gonna have to show you the inside of it. But here are the flags that I did. You are empowered. Yes, I can. Try to stop me. Not happening. This is the one I want you to answer. I am. You are the power tool. Hashtag humanity. And always, hashtag encourage. Let's encourage each other. Got a saw.
Slightly. Go ahead and start your blade. Now, I want you to go cut straight through. Okay. Don't go slow like, I'm just gonna cut through here. Just cut through.
You're holding it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready. I stay ready to keep from getting ready.